Listen carefully. Do not move away from this moment, because what I am placing inside your heart today is something your soul has been waiting to hear for a very long time. Before the noise of this world steals your attention, before fear begins whispering again, before your mind starts reminding you of everything that feels unfinished, I want you to become still and hear me. I have seen every silent battle. I have seen the nights when your eyes were open, but your heart was tired. I have seen the moments when you smiled in front of people while carrying questions no one knew about. I have seen the prayers you whispered when your strength felt empty and your hope felt small. Nothing about you is hidden from me. You may feel like people only notice the outside, the things you achieve, the things you provide, the strength you show. But I see deeper. I see the wounds you never talk about. I see the dreams you buried because disappointment convinced you they were impossible. I see the love inside your heart that kept giving even when you were not appreciated. And today, I am speaking to that place inside you that has been waiting for comfort. My child, you were never created to live trapped under the weight of fear. You were never designed to wake up every morning expecting something bad to happen. You were never meant to walk through life believing that your mistakes are stronger than my grace. The storms you faced did not remove my hand from your life. The delays you experienced did not mean I forgot you. The closed doors you cried over were not proof that your journey was finished. Sometimes I protect you from paths you cannot see. Sometimes I move things away because I know what they would do to your heart later. Sometimes the answer you wanted was not the answer that would bring you closer to the life I prepared for you. Trust me, even when you do not understand the road. Trust me, even when the timing feels different from your plan. Trust me, even when your heart asks, why is this taking so long? I am not working according to the fear inside your mind. I am working according to the wisdom of eternity. Look back for a moment. Remember every situation you thought would destroy you. Remember the seasons when you believed you would never smile again. Remember the problems that looked too large to overcome. Yet here you are. You survived. You grew. You learned. You became stronger in places that were once broken. That was not an accident. I was holding you. When people walked away, I stayed. When your strength disappeared, my strength carried you. When your own thoughts became heavy, my peace was still reaching for you. So today, release the belief that you are fighting alone. You are not standing against life by yourself. I walk before you. I stand beside you. I cover what is behind you. Every step you take matters to me. Every tear you have cried has been seen. Every prayer you thought was ignored was heard. Sometimes you think silence means absence, but my silence is never abandonment. Sometimes I am doing the deepest work in the quietest seasons. A seed grows in hidden places before anyone sees the fruit. A foundation is built beneath the ground before the building rises. In the same way, I have been preparing things inside you that others cannot see yet. Do not compare your journey to someone else's timeline. Do not look at another person's blessings and believe you have been forgotten. I write every story differently. The chapter you are living right now is not the final page. There are still moments ahead that will remind you why you had to keep going. There are still prayers that will make sense when you finally see what I was protecting you from. There are still doors that will open at the right time. But today, I want you to stop carrying tomorrow before tomorrow arrives. Release the weight of things you cannot control. Release the conversations you keep replaying. Release the fear of what might happen. Place it all into my hands. Your worry does not create peace. Your anxiety does not create solutions. Your fear does not change your future. But your trust opens your heart to receive the strength I have already prepared for you. Take a deep breath right now. Allow your heart to slow down. Remember who holds your life. You are not held by luck. You are not controlled by the opinions of people. You are not defined by your lowest moment. You belong to me. I know your name. I know your heart. I know the purpose I placed inside you. There are gifts inside you that pain tried to bury. There is wisdom inside you that came through battles. There is compassion inside you that was created through the things you overcame. Nothing has been wasted. The tears taught you. The waiting shaped you. The struggles strengthened you. Even the moments that hurt you became places where my grace reached you. Today, stop speaking defeat over yourself. Stop saying you cannot change. Stop saying your best days are behind you. Stop saying it is too late. Your life is still in my hands. Your story is still being written. Your purpose is still alive. Speak differently, think differently, walk differently. Because you are not walking as someone abandoned, you are walking as someone loved. If this message is reaching your heart today, and you believe that I am guiding your steps, type, "I trust you," as a declaration of your faith. Let those words remind your own heart that fear does not lead your life anymore. Stay with this message until the end, because there are words your heart still needs to receive, and there are truths I want to awaken inside you that will help you walk with more peace, courage, and faith. If these words bring comfort to your soul, take a moment to like this message, subscribe, and share it with someone who may be silently needing encouragement today. And if you feel happiness, peace, and hope through these words, and want to help this ministry continue reaching more hearts, you can support this work through the link given below. Your kindness helps this message of faith, love, and encouragement reach people who are waiting for a reminder that they are not alone. Now continue listening, because what I am about to speak next is for the part of your heart that has been waiting for healing. Now listen closely, because I want to speak to the part of you that has been carrying invisible weight for too long. I know the battles you do not mention. I know the thoughts that come when the room becomes quiet. I know the questions that appear in your heart when you look at your life and wonder why some things happened the way they did. You have asked yourself many times, did I miss my chance? Did I make too many mistakes? Did I lose something that can never return? But today I want you to hear me clearly. Your past is not stronger than my power. Your mistakes are not greater than my mercy. Your broken seasons are not the end of your story. I do not look at you through the eyes of your failures. I look at you through the love that created you. You keep remembering moments I have already covered. You keep holding pain that I have been asking you to release. You keep carrying yesterday into today and then wondering why your heart feels so tired. Place it down. You were never created to carry a lifetime of regret on your shoulders. You were created to walk with freedom. You were created to rise after falling. You were created to learn, grow, and continue forward. My child, the world may remind you of who you used to be, but I am calling you toward who you are becoming. Do not allow one chapter to define the entire book of your life. A difficult season does not mean a defeated life. A painful moment does not erase a beautiful purpose. A mistake does not remove the value I placed inside you. When you look in the mirror, stop looking for everything that went wrong. Start seeing the person I never stopped loving. Start seeing someone who survived things that were meant to break them. Start seeing someone who is still standing because my hand has been holding them. You thought you were alone in the valley. You thought no one noticed the tears. You thought your prayers disappeared into silence. But I was there. I was there when your heart was breaking. I was there when you had no words left. I was there when you wondered how you would make it through another day. Every step you took while feeling weak mattered to me. Every moment you chose faith over giving up mattered to me. Every time you continued loving despite being hurt, I saw it. Never believe that quiet obedience is unnoticed. Never believe that small acts of kindness are forgotten. Never believe that your life has no impact just because you cannot see the results yet. Some of the greatest things I do begin quietly. The strongest trees grow slowly. The deepest roots form underground. The greatest transformations happen where people cannot see. And that is exactly what I have been doing inside you. I have been strengthening your patience. I have been growing your wisdom. I have been teaching your heart to trust beyond what your eyes can understand. Do not hate the waiting season. Waiting is not wasted when you are walking with me. Sometimes waiting protects you. Sometimes waiting prepares you. Sometimes waiting creates the strength needed to handle what is coming. There are things you prayed for that required a stronger version of you. There were doors you wanted opened before your heart was ready to walk through them. I did not delay because I wanted to hurt you. I was preparing you. I was preparing the situation. I was arranging details you could not see. So release the frustration. Release the comparison. Release the belief that everyone is moving ahead while you are standing still. You are not behind. You are becoming. Your journey has a rhythm that belongs only to you. Trust the path I am creating. Trust the lessons I am teaching. Trust the love I have for you. When fear tells you nothing is changing, remember that roots grow before flowers appear. When doubt tells you nothing is happening, remember that the most important work often happens in hidden places. You may not see everything moving, but I am still working. I am working in hearts. I am working in situations. I am working in places your eyes cannot reach. Do not measure my faithfulness only by what you see today. Look at every time I carried you before. Look at every moment you thought you would not survive, but did. Look at every door that opened when you thought there was no way. I have been with you through every season, and I am not leaving now. Today, I want you to protect your peace. Not every thought deserves a place in your mind. Not every fear deserves your attention. Not every negative voice deserves your agreement. When thoughts come telling you that you are forgotten, answer them with truth. When thoughts tell you that nothing will improve, remember who is guiding you. When thoughts tell you that you are weak, remember that my strength works even through human weakness. Your mind is a garden. Be careful what you allow to grow there. Plant faith, plant gratitude, plant forgiveness, plant hope. The more you focus on what is good, the more your heart begins to recognize the blessings already around you. You have spent many days counting problems. Now begin noticing grace. Notice the breath in your lungs. Notice the people who love you. Notice the small moments of peace. Notice the ways I have protected you without you even realizing. Gratitude opens your eyes to what fear tries to hide. And today, I want your eyes open. I want you to see that you are surrounded by more love than you realized. I want you to see that your story still carries meaning. I want you to see that the same hands that created the stars are holding your life. You do not have to know every answer. You do not have to solve everything tonight. You do not have to carry tomorrow before it arrives. Walk with me today. Trust me today. Receive peace today. If these words are touching your heart, and you believe that a new chapter can begin, write, I receive peace in faith. Let that simple declaration remind your soul that the past no longer controls your future. Continue listening until the end, because there are still words of healing, strength, and direction that I want to place inside your heart. Your journey is not finished. Your hope is not gone. Your light is still shining, and what I am building inside you is greater than what tried to break you. Now I want you to become quiet inside, because the words I am speaking in this moment are for the place in your heart that still wonders if you are truly seen. You have spent so much time taking care of others. You have listened to their pain. You have carried their needs. You have encouraged people when your own heart was searching for encouragement. You have been strong for everyone else, but there were moments when you quietly wondered, who is here for me? I saw those moments. I saw the tired smile. I saw the silent tears. I saw the times you helped others while secretly needing someone to help you. Nothing you gave from a pure heart has been forgotten. Every act of kindness was seen. Every loving word was heard. Every sacrifice that nobody noticed was noticed by me. Do not measure the value of your life by the applause of people. People may overlook what heaven remembers. People may forget what I recorded. People may walk away from what I continue to protect. Your worth was never created by human approval. Your value was placed inside you before anyone knew your name. Before the world had an opinion about you, I already loved you. Before anyone accepted or rejected you, I already called you precious. My child, stop trying to earn a love that I freely give. You do not need to become perfect before coming closer to me. You do not need to hide the broken pieces of your heart. Bring everything. Bring the questions. Bring the fears. Bring the memories that still hurt. Bring the dreams that feel impossible. I am not afraid of your honesty. I am not surprised by your struggles. I already know every part of you, and my love remains. The world teaches you to hide weakness. The world tells you to pretend everything is fine. The world rewards the appearance of strength. But I look deeper. I look at the heart. And sometimes the strongest prayer is not spoken with perfect words. Sometimes the strongest prayer is a tear falling from a tired heart that still chooses to trust. I understand every tear. I understand every silence. I understand the feelings you cannot explain to anyone else. When you feel misunderstood, remember that I know you completely. When you feel unseen, remember that my eyes have never left you. When you feel forgotten, remember that I have been with you since the beginning. You are not walking through empty places alone. Even in seasons when you cannot feel me, I am near. A cloudy sky does not mean the sun disappeared. A difficult season does not mean my love disappeared. Your feelings may change, but my presence remains. So stop allowing temporary emotions to convince you of permanent defeat. A hard day does not mean a hopeless life. A painful chapter does not mean an unhappy ending. A moment of weakness does not erase years of strength. Stand again, believe again, hope again. There is still more ahead. There are still reasons to smile that you have not discovered yet. There are still moments of peace waiting for you. There are still people whose lives will be touched because you refuse to give up. You may not realize how much your journey matters. Someone is learning from your courage. Someone is inspired by your faith. Someone needs the wisdom that your battles created inside you. Do not hide the light I placed within you. The world does not need a perfect version of you. The world needs the real you. You walking in love, kindness, and faith. Your scars are not only reminders of pain, they are reminders that healing happened. They are proof that what tried to end your story did not succeed. Look at everything you survived. Look at every storm that passed. Look at every mountain that seemed impossible but is now behind you. You have more strength inside you than you realize, because you have never been depending only on your own strength. I have been strengthening you in ways you could not see. I was giving you patience when you thought nothing was happening. I was giving you wisdom through experiences you did not understand. I was teaching your heart compassion through the things you endured. Nothing is wasted when placed in my hands. Even the broken pieces can become something beautiful. Even the painful memories can become a source of wisdom. Even the seasons you wish never happened can become the reason you help someone else survive theirs. So today, choose forgiveness. Forgive those who hurt you. Not because what happened was right, not because the pain did not matter, but because your heart deserves freedom. Holding bitterness keeps you connected to something I am trying to heal. Release it. Place those people into my hands. Allow peace to return where anger has been living. Allow love to grow where disappointment created walls. Your heart was created to carry my presence, not endless resentment. And also forgive yourself. Stop punishing yourself for things you have already brought before me. Stop replaying moments that cannot be changed. Learn from them, grow from them, but do not live inside them. Your future requires your attention. Your purpose requires your faith. Your life is moving forward. Take the lesson and leave the weight behind. Today I am opening your heart to a deeper kind of peace. Not the peace that depends on everything being perfect. Not the peace that disappears when problems arrive. but the peace that stays, because you know you are held. You can face uncertainty with courage. You can face change with faith. You can face tomorrow without fear. Because I am already there. Before you arrive, I am working. Before you ask, I know. Before you understand, I have a way. So rest, breathe, trust. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not without purpose. Your life is still filled with meaning. If this message is speaking directly to your heart, and you believe that healing is beginning inside you, type, "My heart is healing," with faith. Let this be your reminder that the pain of yesterday does not have permission to control the peace of today. Continue watching until the very end, because I still have more words to speak over your life, your purpose, your family, your future, and the strength I have placed inside you. The story is not finished. The door is not closed. The light is still shining, and I am still walking with you. Now listen carefully, because I want to speak to the place inside you that has been quietly asking for direction. You have wondered many times, which way should I go? What decision should I make? What if I choose wrong? You have stood between choices with a heart full of questions. You have looked ahead and wished you could see the entire path before taking the next step. But I want you to remember something today. You do not need to see the whole road when you are walking with the one who created the road. You do not need to know every detail when your steps are guided by my wisdom. Trust is not built when everything is clear. Trust grows when you keep walking, even while some things are still unseen. I know uncertainty feels uncomfortable. I know waiting for answers can make your heart restless. I know there are moments when you wish I would simply show you everything that is coming. But if you saw the entire journey at once, you would not learn to hold my hand one step at a time. There are things you only discover while walking. There is strength that only grows during the climb. There is faith that only becomes stronger when you choose to continue without having every answer. My child, do not allow confusion to convince you that I am absent. Do not allow a slow season to make you believe nothing is moving. There are things happening beyond what your eyes can see. There are conversations being arranged. There are opportunities being prepared. There are lessons being planted. There is growth happening inside you. You look at the outside and ask, why is nothing changing? But I look inside your heart and see transformation. I see patience growing where frustration once lived. I see wisdom forming where fear once controlled you. I see courage rising where doubt once spoke loudly. The greatest victories often begin quietly. The strongest foundations are always hidden. So stop judging your progress only by what is visible. Some of my most important work happens beneath the surface. Think about every time you prayed for something but later became thankful that it did not happen the way you expected. Think about the doors that closed and later you realized they protected you. Think about the people who left and later you understood that losing them helped you find peace. You saw rejection. I saw redirection. You saw delay. I saw preparation. You saw an ending. I saw the beginning of something new. Your understanding is limited to this moment, but I see the complete picture. That is why I ask you to trust. Not because everything feels easy, not because everything makes sense, but because I know what love requires. Sometimes love protects. Sometimes love corrects. Sometimes love redirects. Sometimes love asks you to wait. Waiting does not mean you have been forgotten. A farmer does not plant a seed and dig it up every day because he cannot see growth. He trusts what is happening beneath the ground. In the same way, trust what I am growing inside your life. Your prayers are seeds. Your faith is a seed. Your kindness is a seed. Your obedience is a seed. And every seed planted in faith has meaning. Do not become discouraged because the harvest has not appeared yet. Continue doing what is right. Continue loving. Continue believing. Continue choosing hope. There is beauty being formed through your patience. There is maturity being created through your endurance. There is a version of you becoming stronger through this season. You asked me for peace. Sometimes I teach peace by showing you how to remain calm in a storm. You asked me for courage. Sometimes I teach courage by helping you face something you once feared. You asked me for wisdom. Sometimes wisdom comes through experiences you did not expect. Do not reject the lesson, because the classroom looks different than you imagined. I can use every season. I can use every challenge. I can use every moment to shape something greater inside you. Today, I want you to release the pressure of needing everything to happen immediately. Slow growth is still growth. Small steps are still movement. Quiet progress is still progress. Do not compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Do not compare your journey to someone else's destination. I created you with a unique purpose. Your calling does not need to look like anyone else's. Your timeline does not need approval from others. Walk faithfully on the path placed before you. There are people who need the gifts inside you. There are lives that will be encouraged because you chose not to quit. There are moments ahead where you will understand why this season mattered. But right now, keep walking, keep trusting, keep your heart open, and protect the peace I have given you. Not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will understand your faith. Not everyone will understand why you continue believing when circumstances look difficult. But you are not living for everyone's approval. You are walking with me. Let your actions show patience. Let your words carry kindness. Let your heart remain humble. When life becomes difficult, do not become hard. When people disappoint you, do not stop loving. When answers take longer than expected, do not stop trusting. Your heart is too valuable to fill with bitterness. Choose forgiveness. Choose gratitude. Choose faith, because what happens inside you matters more than what happens around you. A peaceful heart can walk through difficult places and still remain strong. A grateful heart can find blessings even in simple moments. A faithful heart can keep moving even when the road is unclear. Today, I am reminding you that you are not lost. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming. Every step has meaning. Every season has purpose. Every moment in my hands can become something beautiful. So lift your head. Release the fear. Stop telling yourself that you are running out of time. The Creator of time is guiding your life. What belongs in your journey will not miss the moment I have prepared. Walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with peace. Walk forward knowing that you are deeply loved. If these words are strengthening your faith today, type I will keep walking as a declaration that fear will not stop your journey. Let your own heart hear those words, and remember that you are moving forward with guidance, strength, and hope. Stay until the end, because there are still deeper words. I want to speak about your future, your purpose, and the blessings hidden inside the seasons you thought were only struggles. Your story continues. Your path continues. And I am still leading you forward. Now, I want to speak to the part of your heart that has been waiting for a sign that everything you have endured still has meaning. You have walked through seasons where you asked yourself, why did I have to experience this? Why was the road so difficult? Why did certain things happen when I was trying my best? I heard every question. I saw every moment when your faith was fighting against your feelings. I saw when you wanted to believe, but your heart was tired from waiting. I saw when you encouraged others while secretly needing encouragement yourself. I saw when you prayed for strength because you did not know how much longer you could continue. And I want you to understand something today. The difficult chapters of your life were never powerful enough to erase the purpose I placed inside you. The storms changed you, but they did not destroy you. The battles challenged you, but they did not defeat you. The valleys felt lonely, but you were never walking through them alone. I was closer than you realized. I was working in moments you thought nothing was happening. I was protecting you in ways you still have not discovered. I was creating strength in places where pain tried to create weakness. My child, sometimes the deepest growth comes from the seasons you would never choose. You learned compassion because you knew what pain felt like. You learned patience because you experienced waiting. You learned wisdom because you walked through things that required you to grow. Nothing placed in my hands is wasted. Not one tear. Not one prayer. Not one moment of faith. I can use everything. I can take what felt broken and create something meaningful. I can take what felt like an ending and open a new beginning. I can take the place where you felt weakest and reveal a strength you never knew existed. So stop looking at your scars with shame. Your scars are evidence that healing reached a place where pain once lived. Your scars tell a story. They say, I went through something difficult, but I am still here. They say, the storm came, but it did not have the final word. They say, my journey continues. Do not hide the lessons you have learned. Someone else needs the wisdom your journey created. Someone else needs the encouragement that came from your experience. Someone else needs to know that they can rise because they see that you rose. Your life is not only about what you receive. Your life is also about what flows through you to help others. Every act of kindness matters. Every prayer matters. Every moment you choose love over anger matters. The world often celebrates things that can be counted, measured, and displayed. But I see the hidden things. I see the moment you chose patience instead of frustration. I see the moment you forgave when your heart was hurt. I see the moment you gave encouragement while carrying your own struggles. These quiet victories matter more than you realize. Never believe that small acts of faith are meaningless. A small light can still break darkness. A small seed can still become a great tree. A small step can still begin a life-changing journey. Today I want you to stop waiting until everything is perfect before you begin living with purpose. Do not say, when everything changes, then I will have peace. Choose peace now. Do not say, when every problem disappears, then I will be grateful. Choose gratitude now. Do not say, when the road becomes easy, then I will trust. Choose trust now, because true faith grows when you choose hope before you see the full answer. I am teaching you to stand strong, not because life will never have challenges, but because you will know who walks with you through every challenge. When the waves rise, remember that I am still greater than the storm. When uncertainty comes, remember that I already know the way forward. When fear speaks loudly, remember that truth speaks stronger. You do not belong to fear. You do not belong to your past. You do not belong to the opinions of people. You belong to love. You belong to grace. You belong to the purpose I placed inside you. So guard your heart. Be careful what you allow to enter your thoughts. Do not feed yourself every day with worry and expect peace to grow. Do not replay every disappointment and expect joy to return. What you focus on shapes what grows inside you. Focus on what brings life. Focus on what builds faith. Focus on what reminds you of truth. When your mind begins creating problems that have not happened, return to this moment. Breathe. Look around. Remember that you are here. Remember that you are held. Remember that today has enough grace for today. I will guide tomorrow when tomorrow arrives. You do not have to carry years of questions in a single moment. Walk one step at a time. Trust one day at a time. Heal one layer at a time. Growth is still beautiful even when it is slow. Progress is still valuable even when others cannot see it. And now I want you to open your heart to something important. Release the need to understand everything before you trust me. Some answers come later. Some reasons become clear after the season has passed. Some things only make sense when you look back and finally see how every piece was connected. Until then, choose faith, choose patience, choose love, choose the path that brings your heart closer to peace. If these words are reaching your soul today and you believe that your journey still has purpose, type, "I still believe," as a statement of faith. Let those words remind your heart that your story is not finished. Continue watching because there is still more. I want to speak into your life, your healing, your family, and the future that is unfolding one step at a time. And before we continue, I want to thank you for being part of this journey of faith. Every message shared here is created with prayer, dedication, and a desire to bring hope to hearts around the world. If these words have brought peace, strength, or encouragement into your life, and you feel happy with this message, you can support this ministry through the link given below. Your support helps these messages continue reaching people who feel alone, tired, or in need of a reminder that they are loved. Thank you for helping spread faith, kindness, and hope. Now keep listening, because what comes next is meant to strengthen the part of you that almost gave up, but still kept believing. Now listen closely, because I want to speak to the part of you that has been quietly fighting battles inside your own mind. There have been moments when the world saw you moving forward, but inside you felt exhausted. There have been moments when people thought you were strong, but they did not see the prayers you whispered when no one was around. They did not see the moments when you wondered if you could keep going. They did not see the weight you carried while still choosing to show kindness. But I saw everything. I saw the courage it took for you to wake up and continue. I saw the strength it took to forgive. I saw the faith it took to believe when your circumstances looked completely different from what you prayed for. Nothing about your journey has been invisible to me. My child, I know sometimes you ask why the road has been so difficult. You wonder why certain doors closed. You wonder why some people changed. You wonder why certain dreams took longer than expected. But today I want you to understand something. Not every closed door was rejection. Some closed doors were protection. Not every delay was a denial. Some delays were preparation. Not every loss was the end. Some losses created room for what needed to grow. You only saw the moment. I saw the entire path. You saw what left. I saw what was coming. You saw the pain of change. I saw the purpose forming through it. Trust me with the parts of your story that still do not make sense. Trust me with the unanswered questions. Trust me with the dreams that feel like they are taking longer than they should. I have never forgotten where you are. I know exactly how to reach you. I know exactly what your heart needs. You do not need to chase everything that leaves your life. Sometimes releasing something is the beginning of receiving peace. Sometimes letting go is not losing. Sometimes letting go is allowing your hands to become open for something better. You have held on to some things because you feared life without them. You have carried worries because they became familiar. You have kept old pain because you did not know who you would be without it. But today I am calling you into freedom. Release what keeps pulling you backward. Release the memories that keep reopening old wounds. Release the need to prove yourself to people who refuse to understand your heart. Your purpose is too valuable to spend your entire life asking everyone for permission to become who I created you to be. Walk forward, not with pride, not with anger, but with quiet confidence. Confidence that comes from knowing you are guided. Confidence that comes from knowing you are loved. Confidence that comes from knowing your life still carries meaning. I placed gifts inside you that the world needs. I placed kindness inside you. I placed wisdom inside you. I placed strength inside you. Do not allow disappointment to bury what I planted. A difficult season cannot cancel what I created. A painful chapter cannot erase the purpose written over your life. You are still becoming. You are still growing. You are still learning. And there is beauty in that process. Stop being so harsh with yourself. You show patience to others, but criticize yourself for every small mistake. You encourage others, but speak negatively about your own journey. You forgive others, but keep reminding yourself of things from years ago. Today I want you to treat yourself with the same compassion you give away. Learn, grow, change. But stop living under constant condemnation. You cannot move freely into the future while holding chains from yesterday. Your past was a teacher, not a prison. Take the wisdom. Leave the weight. You are allowed to move forward. You are allowed to experience peace. You are allowed to smile again without feeling guilty about what happened before. I want your heart to breathe again. I want your mind to rest again. I want your spirit to remember what hope feels like. Look around your life and notice the blessings you stopped seeing because you were focused only on what was missing. There is still beauty around you. There is still goodness around you. There are still reasons to be thankful. Gratitude will open your eyes. Gratitude will soften your heart. Gratitude will remind you that even in imperfect seasons, you are still surrounded by grace. Do not wait for everything to become perfect before you appreciate what is already here. Today is a gift. This moment is a gift. The opportunity to love, grow, learn, and begin again is a gift. Use it well. Speak words that bring life. Choose actions that create peace. Be someone who carries light into places filled with darkness, because you never know whose prayer you might become the answer to. A simple act of kindness can restore someone's hope. A gentle word can heal a hidden wound. A moment of compassion can remind someone that they are not alone. Your life has influence beyond what you can see. Every day you are planting something. With your words, with your choices, with your attitude, with your faith. So plant what you want to see grow. Plant love. Plant patience. Plant forgiveness. Plant encouragement. And trust that in the right time, beautiful things will come from seeds you planted faithfully. When you become tired, come back to me. When your heart becomes overwhelmed, rest in my presence. When you feel uncertain, remember that you do not need to know everything to be safe. You only need to stay connected to the one who knows the way. I am not asking you to have all the answers. I am asking you to trust the one who does. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to keep walking with a willing heart. Your weakness does not push me away. Your questions do not make me leave. Your struggles do not remove my love. I remain through every season, through every change, through every mountain and valley. I remain. So today stand with a renewed heart, not because every problem disappeared, but because you remembered you are not facing them alone. If these words are giving strength to your spirit today, type "I will not give up" as a declaration over your life. Let your heart hear those words and remember that the story is still continuing. Keep watching until the end, because there are still messages of hope, direction, and restoration that I want to place deep within your soul. The road ahead is not empty. The future is not without hope. Keep walking, keep believing, because I am still with you. Now listen carefully, because today I want to speak to the part of your heart that has been silently asking, am I really strong enough for what is ahead? You have looked at the challenges in front of you and wondered if you have enough strength. You have looked at responsibilities, family, decisions, changes, and unknown paths, and sometimes your heart has felt overwhelmed. You have thought, what if I cannot handle this? What if I fail? What if I am not prepared? But I want you to hear this truth today. You are not walking into tomorrow with only your own strength. You are walking with the strength I place inside you. You are not facing your battles alone. You are not standing against the storms without help. You are not carrying the weight of your life by yourself. I have been with you in every season before this one, and I will be with you in every season that comes after. Remember the moments you thought would break you. Remember the times you did not know how you would continue. Remember the nights when your heart was heavy and your mind was filled with questions. You are still here. You are still breathing. You are still moving forward. That is evidence that something greater has been carrying you. My child, You often underestimate the strength I have built inside you. You look at your struggles and see weakness. I look at your endurance and see growth. You look at the tears and remember pain. I look at those same tears and see every moment you refuse to give up. Strength is not always loud. Sometimes strength looks like waking up and trying again. Sometimes strength looks like forgiving when it would be easier to stay angry. Sometimes strength looks like praying when your emotions are tired. Sometimes strength looks like choosing kindness in a world that gives you reasons to become cold. Do not ignore the quiet victories in your life. You have overcome more than you realize. You have grown more than you can see. You have changed in ways that heaven recognizes even when people do not. Stop waiting for others to validate what I have already placed inside you. People may not understand your journey. People may not know the battles behind your smile. People may not see the mountains you climbed privately. But I saw every step. I saw every moment you chose faith over fear. I saw every moment you continued when stopping seemed easier. And I am telling you now, keep going. The road ahead requires courage. But courage does not mean you never feel afraid. Courage means you continue walking while trusting that fear does not control your destination. Fear will tell you to stay where everything feels familiar. Fear will remind you of everything that could go wrong. Fear will try to convince you that you are not ready. But faith speaks differently. Faith says, take the next step. Faith says, growth is waiting beyond comfort. Faith says the same one who carried you yesterday will guide you tomorrow. Listen to faith. Not every voice deserves your attention. Not every thought deserves your agreement. You must learn to recognize what brings peace and what steals peace. Protect your heart. Protect your mind. Protect the hope growing inside you. The enemy of your peace often does not arrive all at once. Sometimes it comes through small thoughts, small doubts, small fears, small reminders of old pain. But today you can choose differently. You can choose truth. You can choose trust. You can choose to believe that your story is still moving forward. I know you have prayed for answers. I know you have asked for direction. I know there are situations where you wish things would change faster. But while you are waiting for circumstances to change, allow me to change something inside you. Allow patience to grow. Allow wisdom to grow. Allow your faith to become stronger than your fear. Because when your heart becomes stronger, you begin seeing your situation differently. The mountain may still be there, but you no longer see yourself as powerless. The storm may still be around you, but you remember that storms do not last forever. The night may feel long, but morning always comes. Do not build your identity around temporary seasons. You are more than what happened to you. You are more than what someone said about you. You are more than the mistakes you regret. You are more than the things you lost. Your identity comes from the one who created you, and what I created has purpose. Today, I want you to stop speaking words that fight against your own future. Stop saying nothing ever changes. Stop saying, I cannot do this. Stop saying, I am too late. Replace those words with faith. Say, I am growing. Say, I am learning. Say, I am walking forward. Say, I am held by God. The words you repeat shape the direction of your thoughts, and your thoughts influence the way you see your life. Fill your mind with hope. Fill your heart with gratitude. Fill your day with actions that move you closer to peace. Do not wait for a perfect moment to start living with purpose. Start today. Love today. Forgive today. Take the step you know you need to take today. Sometimes people spend years waiting for a perfect sign while ignoring the small steps already placed before them. Faithfulness in small things prepares you for greater things. Take care of what is in your hands now. Be grateful for where you are now. Learn what this season is teaching you now, because every chapter has something valuable inside it, even this one, even the one you wanted to skip, even the one that challenged you. I can bring growth from places you thought only contained pain. I can bring wisdom from moments you did not understand. I can bring beauty from seasons that looked unfinished. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that I know exactly where you are. Today, release the pressure of needing to have everything figured out. You are allowed to grow step by step. You are allowed to learn. You are allowed to become. I am patient with you. Learn to be patient with yourself. If this message is strengthening your heart today, and you believe that you are not walking alone, type "God is my strength" with faith. Let these words remind you that the same power that helped you through yesterday is guiding you into tomorrow. Continue listening until the end, because there are still truths your heart needs to receive about your peace, your calling, and the future that is being prepared. Do not stop here. Do not lose hope now. Your journey continues. Your purpose continues, and I am still leading every step. Now listen closely, because I want to speak to the place inside you that has been waiting for peace. Not the kind of peace that comes only when every problem disappears. Not the kind of peace that depends on people acting perfectly. Not the kind of peace that exists only when life goes exactly according to your plan. I want to give you a deeper peace. A peace that remains when the world feels uncertain. A peace that stands when circumstances change. A peace that reminds your heart that you are held even when you do not have every answer. You have spent so much energy trying to control things that were never meant to rest on your shoulders. You have tried to predict every outcome. You have tried to prepare for every possible problem. You have carried worries about situations that have not even arrived. And I have watched you become tired from carrying tomorrow before tomorrow came. Today, I am asking you to release it. Release the need to know everything. Release the need to fix everything. Release the belief that your life depends only on your ability to hold it together. My child, you were never meant to replace my guidance with your worry. Your anxiety cannot create the future you desire. Your fear cannot protect you better than my love can. Your endless thinking cannot bring the rest your soul is searching for. Come back to stillness. Come back to trust. Come back to the truth that you are not walking alone. I know the things that concern you. I know the prayers you repeat quietly. I know the names of the people you worry about. I know the situations that sit heavily on your heart. Nothing is too small for me to notice. Nothing is too complicated for me to understand. You can bring all of it to me. You do not need to organize your thoughts perfectly before coming. You do not need to pretend you are stronger than you feel. Just come honestly. Bring your tired heart. Bring your questions. Bring the things you cannot explain. I am not asking for perfection. I am inviting you into trust. Sometimes you believe you must have everything solved before you can rest. But rest is not the reward after everything becomes easy. Rest is what strengthens you while you are still walking. A peaceful heart does not mean a problem. A peaceful heart means you know where your strength comes from. Look at nature around you. The flowers do not spend their days afraid that tomorrow will not arrive. The birds do not carry the weight of the entire future. Creation continues because it remains connected to the one who provides. And I want your heart to learn the same trust. Do what is in your hands today. Take the step that is before you today. Love the people around you today. Be faithful with this moment. Then place what you cannot control into my hands. You lose so much peace trying to control things that only require trust. You replay conversations that already happened. You worry about conversations that may never happen. You create battles inside your mind before they exist in your life. Protect your thoughts. Your mind is a place where either fear or faith will grow. Be careful which one you continue feeding. When fear speaks, answer with truth. When worry rises, return to gratitude. When doubt appears, remember every moment I have already carried you through. You have evidence of my faithfulness all around your life. You survived days you thought would break you. You walked through seasons you thought would never end. You found strength when you believed there was none left. That was not because you were never weak. It was because you were never alone. Stop being ashamed of needing help. Stop believing that strong people never struggle. Even the strongest hearts need rest. Even the brightest lights need renewal. Even those who encourage others need encouragement. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to slow down. Allow yourself to breathe. You are not valuable because of how much you accomplish. You are valuable because you are mine. The world may measure you by success, possessions, achievements, and recognition. But I see beyond all of that. I see your heart. I see your love. I see your faith. I see the moments when you choose goodness even when nobody is watching. Those moments matter. Your quiet faithfulness matters. The small choices you make every day are shaping something greater than you realize. Do not become discouraged because your progress feels slow. A river shapes stone not through one moment of force, but through steady movement over time. In the same way, your daily choices are shaping your future. Choose patience today. Choose kindness today. Choose forgiveness today. Choose faith today. Little by little, your heart becomes stronger. Little by little, your perspective changes. Little by little, you become more like the person I created you to be. Do not hate the process. Do not rush the growth. Do not compare your transformation with someone else. Some flowers bloom early. Some flowers bloom later. But each one is beautiful in its own season. Your season has meaning. Your journey has meaning. Your growth has meaning. Even when nobody else notices. I notice. I see the effort. I see the progress. I see the prayers. I see the moments when you choose the right thing, even though it is difficult. Continue. Do not allow temporary emotions to make permanent decisions. When you are tired, rest. When you are discouraged, seek truth. When you are afraid, remember who walks beside you. The storm is not stronger than the one guiding you through it. The darkness is not stronger than the light placed within you. The challenge ahead is not greater than the strength being developed inside you. So today, lift your head. Take another step. Believe again. Dream again. Hope again. There is still purpose ahead. There is still beauty ahead. There is still a story unfolding that you cannot fully see yet. If these words are bringing peace to your heart today, type "I choose peace" as a declaration that worry will no longer control your life. Let this remind your spirit that you can walk calmly because you are guided, protected, and loved. Keep listening until the end, because there are still important words I want to speak about your future, your calling, and the doors that are waiting for the right moment to open. Do not leave this moment too early. Your heart is still receiving, your faith is still growing, and I am still speaking. Now listen carefully, because I want to speak to the dreams inside you that became quiet after disappointment. I know there are things you once believed for with excitement. I know there were visions you carried in your heart. I know there were prayers you spoke with confidence. But somewhere along the journey, waiting became longer than you expected. People disappointed you, doors closed, situations changed, and slowly, without even realizing it, you started lowering your expectations. You told yourself that maybe it was easier not to hope too much. You told yourself that maybe those dreams were only for someone else. You tried to protect your heart from disappointment by hiding the very things I placed inside you. But today, I am calling those places back to life. I did not create you to live only by memories of what could have been. I created you to continue growing, believing, loving, and walking forward. My child, a delayed season does not mean a denied purpose. A quiet season does not mean an empty season. A difficult season does not mean your story has stopped. Look at everything in creation. Before a flower opens, there is a season when everything happens beneath the surface. Before a tree becomes strong, its roots grow in hidden places. Before the morning arrives, the darkest part of the night comes first. Do not judge your future by the darkness of one moment. Do not decide your story is finished because one chapter was painful. I am still writing. I am still shaping. I am still working. You may see missing pieces, but I see the complete picture. You may see unanswered questions, but I see the wisdom being formed. You may see waiting, but I see preparation. Trust the process that you cannot always understand. Some of the greatest blessings in your life came from situations you once questioned. Some of the strongest parts of your character were formed during seasons you wanted to escape. Some of the deepest wisdom you carry today came from roads you never planned to walk. Nothing has been wasted. The moments that stretched you also strengthened you. The moments that challenged you also changed you. The moments that brought you to your knees also taught you where true strength comes from. So stop speaking to yourself like your best days are gone. Stop telling yourself that you are too late. Stop believing that one mistake, one rejection, or one difficult season removed what I placed inside you. Your purpose is not that fragile. What I create is not destroyed by a storm. Storms can shake trees, but strong roots remain. And I have been growing roots inside your heart. Roots of patience, roots of wisdom, roots of compassion, roots of faith. You may have wanted quick answers, but I wanted deep growth. Because what grows quickly without roots cannot stand when the winds come. I am preparing you not only to receive, but to remain strong after receiving. So be patient with the process. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the journey. You are becoming someone stronger than the person who first started. Look back and see how much you have changed. The things that once controlled your emotions no longer have the same power. The situations that once destroyed your peace now teach you wisdom. The opinions that once defined you no longer decide who you are. That is growth. Celebrate it. Do not ignore progress just because you have not reached the destination yet. Every step matters. Every lesson matters. Every small act of faith matters. Today I want you to open your hands again, not just physically, but inside your heart. Release the old disappointments you have been holding. Release the belief that the future must repeat the past. Release the fear that hope will only lead to pain. Hope is not your enemy. Fear is. Hope gives your heart room to breathe. Hope reminds you that new things can still happen. Hope allows you to keep walking when the path is still unfolding. I know trusting again takes courage. I know believing again after disappointment is not easy. But do not allow yesterday's pain to steal tomorrow's possibilities. Every morning is evidence that a new beginning is possible. Every breath is a reminder that your journey continues. You are still here for a reason. There is still love for you to give. There is still kindness for you to share. There is still wisdom for you to offer. There is still purpose inside you waiting to be expressed. Do not hide your light because darkness exists. Light was created for dark places. Do not hide your kindness because some people fail to appreciate it. Kindness is still powerful. Do not close your heart because someone mishandled it. Your ability to love is one of the greatest gifts you carry. Protect your heart with wisdom, but do not build walls so high that even joy cannot enter. Healing does not mean pretending nothing happened. Healing means the pain no longer controls where you are going. Today, choose healing. Choose freedom. Choose to walk forward. There are moments ahead that your current situation cannot predict. There are smiles ahead that your tears cannot imagine. There are opportunities ahead that your fear cannot see. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Keep taking steps. You do not need to run. You do not need to have everything figured out. Just keep moving with trust. One step with faith is more powerful than standing still in fear. And remember this, your value is not based on what happens around you. Your value comes from who created you. People may misunderstand you. Circumstances may challenge you. Plans may change. But my love remains steady. My presence remains near. My guidance remains available. So when the world becomes loud, return to my peace. When fear becomes loud, return to my truth. When doubt becomes loud, remember every moment you have already overcome. You are stronger than you think, because you are not walking alone. If these words are awakening hope inside your heart today, type, My hope is alive, as a declaration that disappointment will not have the final word over your life. Let your heart hear that statement, and remember that new beginnings are still possible. Continue watching until the end, because there are still important words. I want to speak about the strength inside you, the peace waiting for you, and the purpose that is still unfolding. Your story is not finished. Your dream is not forgotten. Your heart is not abandoned. Keep walking forward. I am still guiding you. Now listen closely, because I want to speak to the part of your heart that has become tired from carrying things in silence. You have carried responsibilities that many people never noticed. You have carried worries that you did not want to place on anyone else. You have carried questions about the future, memories from the past, and pressure from the present. And sometimes you wondered, how much longer can I continue like this? But I want you to hear me today. You were never created to carry everything alone. You were never meant to hold the weight of the entire journey in your own hands. There are burdens you have accepted that I have been asking you to release. There are fears you keep protecting that I have been asking you to surrender. There are worries you keep replaying that I have been asking you to replace with trust. My child, open your hands today. Let go of what has been stealing your peace. Let go of the need to understand every detail. Let go of the pressure to have a perfect answer for every situation. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to trust. The world tells you that resting means falling behind. The world tells you that your value comes from how much you accomplish. The world tells you to keep running even when your soul is exhausted. But I created you for more than endless striving. I created you for relationship. I created you for love. I created you for purpose that flows from peace, not pressure. When your heart is calm, you see more clearly. When your mind is quiet, you hear wisdom more deeply. When your soul rests, you remember what truly matters. Look at your life for a moment. How many times did you worry about something that never happened? How many nights did you lose sleep over problems that eventually found solutions? How many moments did fear convince you that everything was ending, yet somehow you continued forward? Remember those moments. Remember that you have been carried before. Remember that you have already walked through storms that once looked impossible. The same guidance that helped you then is still with you now. Do not allow a temporary challenge to make you forget a lifetime of faithfulness. Sometimes, when you are standing inside the storm, all you can see is the rain. But storms pass, clouds move, light returns. What you are facing right now is not bigger than the one who walks beside you. So stop telling yourself that you cannot handle what is ahead. Stop speaking defeat over a future that has not arrived. Stop imagining only the worst possibilities. Your imagination was not created only for fear. Use it for faith. Imagine healing. Imagine growth. Imagine restoration. Imagine yourself walking with peace again. What you allow to live in your mind affects how you experience your life. Guard your thoughts. Protect your inner world. Do not give every negative idea a home inside you. When fear knocks, you do not have to open the door. When doubt speaks, you do not have to agree. When the past calls, you do not have to return. You have permission to move forward. You have permission to grow beyond what hurt you. You have permission to become the person I created you to be. Today, I want you to stop defining yourself by what happened. You are not the rejection you experienced. You are not the mistake you regret. You are not the disappointment you faced. You are not the season that hurt you. You are a life still being shaped. You are a heart still being strengthened. You are a story still being written. And I am not finished working in you. There are qualities inside you that only developed because of what you overcame. Your patience has value. Your compassion has value. Your wisdom has value. Your ability to understand others has value. Sometimes the people who bring the most comfort are the ones who know what pain feels like. Sometimes the strongest encouragement comes from those who once needed encouragement themselves. Your journey can become a light for someone else. Do not hide what you have learned. Do not believe your experiences have no purpose. I can use every part of your story, even the chapters you would not choose, even the moments you wish you could rewrite, even the seasons that felt confusing. When placed in my hands, nothing is wasted. Now I want you to think about forgiveness, because there are some places in your heart that cannot fully heal while you continue holding yesterday's pain. Forgiveness does not mean pretending the hurt never happened. Forgiveness does not mean saying everything was acceptable. Forgiveness means choosing freedom instead of remaining connected to the wound. Release the anger that keeps reopening the same pain. Release the bitterness that takes more from you than from the person who hurt you. Release the desire to carry what only makes your heart heavier. Choose peace. Choose freedom. Choose healing. And remember to offer that same grace to yourself. You have spent enough time criticizing yourself. You have spent enough nights replaying moments you cannot change. Learn from yesterday, but do not live there. The future requires your presence. The people who love you need the version of you that is healing, not the version trapped in regret. Take one step today. Make one better choice today. Speak one kinder word today. Small steps create great transformation over time. Do not underestimate what happens when you keep choosing the right direction. A single seed may look small, but inside it is a future tree. A single act of faith may look small, but inside it is growth you cannot yet see. Keep planting, keep believing, keep trusting. Your season of growth matters. Your journey matters. Your life matters. If these words are bringing strength back into your heart today, type, "I release the weight," as a declaration that you are choosing peace over pressure. Let this remind you that you do not have to carry what was never yours to hold. Continue listening, because there is still more encouragement, wisdom, and hope waiting for your heart. Before moving forward, I want to thank you for being part of this journey of faith and encouragement. These messages are created with love and dedication to reach hearts that need hope, peace, and a reminder of God's presence. If these words have touched your life and you feel happy with this message, you can support this ministry through the link given below. Your support helps continue sharing encouragement with people around the world who may be praying for a message exactly like this. Thank you for your kindness, your prayers, and your support. Now stay with me, because what I speak next is for the part of you that is ready to rise again with stronger faith than before. Now listen carefully, because I want to speak to the place inside you that has been waiting for courage. There are moments when you know you need to move forward, but something inside you still feels afraid. You think about the future. You think about changes. You think about the unknown. And a quiet voice whispers, "What if I am not ready?" But today I want you to hear something deeper than your fear. You do not need to feel completely ready before taking the next step. You only need to trust that I will walk with you as you take it. Many times you ask for the entire path to be revealed before you move. You want every answer. You want every detail. You want every guarantee. But faith does not grow by seeing everything first. Faith grows when you take the next step while holding my hand. My child, I know the places where fear has been speaking loudly. I know the dreams you placed aside because you were afraid of failing. I know the words you never spoke because you worried about what people would think. I know the opportunities you questioned because you wondered if you were enough. But the purpose I placed inside you was never based on your ability alone. It was always connected to my strength working through you. Stop measuring your future by your past struggles. Stop measuring your possibilities by yesterday's disappointments. Stop measuring your worth by the opinions of people who do not see the full story I am writing. You are more than one moment. You are more than one mistake. You are more than one season. You are a light that is still growing. You are a heart that is still becoming stronger. You are a story that is still unfolding. Do not allow fear to close doors that faith is asking you to walk through. Fear will always show you what could go wrong. Faith will remind you who is walking with you. Fear will remind you of your weakness. Faith will remind you of my strength. Fear will tell you to stay where it feels comfortable. Faith will invite you into growth. Choose faith. Not because the road is always easy, not because every question disappears, but because you know you are never walking alone. Remember the moments when you thought you could not continue. Remember the seasons when your heart felt empty. Remember the problems that looked impossible. You are still here. You are still standing. You are still moving forward. That means the difficulty did not have the final word. The storm came, but it passed. The pain came, but healing began. The uncertainty came, but you kept walking. Look at the strength that has been forming inside you. You may not recognize it because growth often happens quietly, but I see it. I see the patience that replaced anger. I see the wisdom that replaced confusion. I see the compassion that grew from your own struggles. I see the faith that remained even after difficult seasons. Do not ignore the beautiful work happening inside your own heart. Sometimes you are so focused on what still needs to change that you forget how far you have already come. Look back with gratitude, not to return to the past, but to remember how much you have overcome. Every mountain behind you is proof that the mountain ahead can also be faced. Every answered prayer behind you is a reminder to keep trusting. Every moment of strength you received before is evidence that strength will come again. Today, I want you to release the fear of failure. Failure is not the end when you continue learning. A mistake is not the end when you continue growing. A setback is not the end when you continue walking. Some of the greatest lessons come from moments that did not happen perfectly. Do not demand perfection from yourself before you allow yourself to begin. Take the step. Make the effort. Start the journey. Growth happens while moving. You cannot steer something that refuses to move forward. So begin with what you have. Begin where you are. Begin with the strength available today. I will guide each step. I will provide wisdom along the way. I will give you peace for the journey. Do not compare your progress with others. Someone else's path is not the measurement for your life. Someone else's timing is not proof that you are behind. Someone else's success does not mean you have failed. I created different stories with different seasons. Honor your own journey. Be faithful with what is in your hands. Take care of the opportunities in front of you. Love the people around you. Use the gifts you have been given. The small things you do with love matter more than you understand. A kind word can change someone's day. A simple act of compassion can restore hope. A moment of patience can prevent pain. Never believe that your life has no influence. You are planting seeds every day through your words, through your actions, through your attitude, through your faith. Choose carefully what you plant, because the future grows from the seeds of today. Plant hope, plant kindness, plant forgiveness, plant courage. Do not allow the negativity of the world to make your heart cold. Protect the goodness inside you. There is strength in remaining loving when life gives you reasons to become bitter. There is courage in remaining hopeful when circumstances look uncertain. There is power in continuing to believe when giving up seems easier. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming wiser. You are becoming more prepared for what is ahead. So lift your eyes. The journey is not finished. The story is not over. The purpose inside you is still alive. There are people you have not met yet who will be blessed by the wisdom you carry. There are moments you have not experienced yet that will remind you why you kept believing. There are chapters ahead that you cannot see from where you stand today. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep choosing love. When your heart feels weak, return to me. When your mind feels overwhelmed, return to peace. When your path feels unclear, return to faith. I am still guiding. I am still working. I am still with you. If these words are giving courage to your heart today, type "I will walk by faith" as a declaration that fear will not control your next chapter. Let your own heart hear those words, and remember that you are stronger than the doubts trying to stop you. Continue listening until the end, because there are still words of healing, hope, and direction that your soul needs to receive. The next step is not the end. It is the beginning of a deeper journey. Walk forward with courage. Your hand is not empty. Your path is not forgotten, and I am still leading you. Now listen closely, because I want to speak to the part of you that has been searching for strength during the moments when nobody else sees the battle. You have walked through days when you look calm on the outside, but inside your heart, there was a storm. You continued your responsibilities. You helped others. You answered when people needed you. You kept showing up. But deep inside, there were moments when you wondered if anyone truly understood how much strength it required just to keep going. I saw those moments. I saw the quiet battles. I saw the prayers that came from a tired heart. I saw the times when you chose kindness even though you were carrying pain. Nothing was hidden from me. Every step mattered. Every moment of faith mattered. Every time you chose not to give up, it mattered. My child, sometimes you think strength means never feeling weak. But true strength is not the absence of weakness. True strength is trusting even when weakness is present. True courage is not never feeling afraid. True courage is moving forward while believing that fear does not have authority over your future. You have been stronger than you realize. You have survived seasons that once looked impossible. You have overcome moments that once felt too heavy. You have grown through things that were meant to stop you. Do not look only at what hurt you. Look at what was created inside you through the journey. Your patience grew. Your understanding grew. Your compassion grew. Your ability to comfort others grew. There are beautiful things inside you today that were developed through difficult roads. Nothing has been wasted. I can take the hardest chapters and bring wisdom from them. I can take the broken places and create deeper understanding. I can take what once caused tears and use it to help bring hope to someone else. Your story is more powerful than you know. Someone needs the encouragement that came from your experience. Someone needs the kindness that came from your healing. Someone needs to see that a person can walk through storms and still carry light. Do not hide your light. Do not silence the goodness inside you because of what happened before. The world needs hearts that choose love even after disappointment. The world needs people who choose forgiveness even after pain. The world needs people who continue believing even when life has tested their faith. And that is why your journey matters. Today, I want you to stop seeing yourself through the eyes of your struggles. You are not the problem you faced. You are not the rejection you experienced. You are not the words someone spoke against you. You are not the season that challenged you. You are still my creation. You are still loved. You are still growing. You are still becoming. Do not let temporary circumstances create a permanent identity. A storm is something you pass through. It is not who you are. A mistake is something you learn from. It is not who you are. A painful memory is something that happened. It is not the definition of your entire life. Lift your eyes again. There is more ahead. There is more growth ahead. There is more peace ahead. There is more purpose ahead. But you must stop carrying things that belong behind you. Release the old conversations you keep replaying. Release the moments where you wish you had done everything differently. Release the weight of trying to rewrite yesterday. You cannot change yesterday, but you can choose how you walk today. And today is where new steps begin. Today is where healing continues. Today is where faith rises again. Take this moment and breathe deeply. Feel the weight becoming lighter. Feel your heart remembering peace. You do not need to have every answer right now. You do not need to understand every reason. You do not need to solve your entire future in one day. Walk with me one step at a time. Sometimes the pressure you feel does not come from the situation itself. It comes from trying to carry every possible outcome at once. Come back to this moment. Come back to what is in front of you. Come back to trust. When tomorrow arrives, strength for tomorrow will come. When the next step appears, guidance for that step will come. You are not without help. You are not without direction. You are not forgotten. Now I want you to look at the way you speak to yourself, because the words you allow inside your own heart matter. You would never speak to someone you love with the harshness you sometimes use against yourself. You encourage others. You forgive others. You remind others that they can begin again. Now receive that same kindness. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to learn. Allow yourself to become. You are a work in progress, and progress is beautiful. A seed does not become a tree overnight. A sunrise does not appear instantly. Beautiful things often happen gradually. Trust the growth. Trust the process. Trust the work happening inside you. There will come a day when you look back and understand why this season was important. You will see the strength that was built. You will see the wisdom that was formed. You will see the ways I was guiding you even when you could not recognize it. Until that day, continue walking. Continue loving. Continue choosing what is right. Do not allow the darkness around you to remove the light within you. Be patient when others are impatient. Be kind when others are harsh. Be hopeful when others only see problems. Because your life can become a reflection of something greater. Small moments of love can create changes you never see. A simple word of encouragement can stay in someone's heart for years. A small act of generosity can become the reason someone believes again. Never underestimate what can happen through a willing heart. You do not need to be famous to make a difference. You do not need the approval of the world to live with purpose. You only need to be faithful with what is placed before you. Today, choose peace. Today, choose trust. Today, choose to believe that your story is still being written. If these words are touching your heart, and you believe that strength is rising inside you again, type, "I am renewed," as a declaration of faith. Let those words remind your soul that what tried to weaken you did not defeat you. Continue watching until the end, because there are still words of restoration, wisdom, and encouragement that I want to place inside your heart. Your journey is not over. Your purpose is not finished. Your light is not gone. Keep moving forward. I am still walking with you. Now listen carefully, because I want to speak to the place inside you that has been quietly waiting for a new beginning. You have carried some things for so long that you started believing they would always be part of your life. You carried old worries. You carried old fears. You carried old disappointments. You carried words spoken over you by people who did not understand your heart. And slowly, those things became heavy. But today, I am reminding you of something important. What happened to you does not have authority to decide what happens through you. Your past may have shaped lessons inside you, but it does not control the future I am leading you toward. The pain you experienced is not stronger than the healing available to you. The disappointment you faced is not stronger than the hope growing within you. The darkness you walked through is not stronger than the light I placed inside your heart. My child, you have spent enough time looking backward at doors that have already closed. You have spent enough energy asking why certain people left. You have spent enough nights replaying moments that cannot be changed. Now it is time to turn your heart toward what is ahead. There are new lessons ahead. There is new growth ahead. There is new strength ahead. But you cannot fully receive a new chapter while holding tightly to the pages of the old one. Release what no longer belongs in your hands. Release the regret. Release the bitterness. Release the fear that tomorrow will only repeat yesterday. You are not walking in circles. You are moving forward. Even when progress feels slow. Even when the steps feel small. Even when nobody else notices the changes happening inside you. I notice. I see every moment you choose patience instead of anger. I see every moment you choose faith instead of fear. I see every moment you choose hope instead of giving up. Those moments matter. They are building something inside you. Do not underestimate quiet growth. The strongest roots grow where nobody can see them. The greatest transformations often happen away from the attention of the world. A butterfly does not become beautiful without a process. A diamond does not form without pressure. A seed does not grow without time. So do not reject your process. Do not hate the season that is developing something valuable inside you. You prayed for strength. Sometimes strength comes through learning how to stand. You prayed for wisdom. Sometimes wisdom comes through lessons you never expected. You prayed for peace. Sometimes peace grows when you learn to trust during uncertainty. I am not only changing situations around you, I am transforming something within you. Because what happens inside your heart will influence every part of your life. A peaceful heart sees differently. A grateful heart lives differently. A faithful heart walks differently. Today, I want you to guard the atmosphere inside your mind. Your thoughts are powerful. The things you repeat to yourself every day become the direction your heart follows. If you constantly tell yourself that nothing will change, your hope becomes weak. If you constantly remind yourself of failure, your courage becomes hidden. But when you fill your mind with truth, strength begins to rise again. Tell yourself, I am still growing. I am still learning. I am still guided. I am still loved. Because those words bring your focus back to what is true. Do not allow fear to write stories about a future that has not arrived. Many of the things you worried about never happened. Many of the situations you feared eventually worked out differently than you expected. So, why give fear control over a day that is not even here yet? Live this moment. Receive today's grace. Walk today's path. When tomorrow arrives, I will still be there. You do not need tomorrow's strength today. You only need the strength for this step. And this step is enough. Look at your life with new eyes. There are blessings around you that worry has been hiding. There are moments of beauty you have been rushing past. There are reasons for gratitude that fear tried to make you forget. Slow down. Notice them. The simple moments matter. The conversations matter. The opportunities to love matter. The chance to become better each day matters. Life is not only about reaching destinations. It is also about becoming who you were created to be during the journey. So do not waste the journey by only waiting for the next thing. Be present. Love deeply. Forgive quickly. Give kindness freely. There is someone around you who needs the light you carry. There is someone who needs your encouragement. There is someone who needs to know that they are not alone. Sometimes you ask me to use your life, but you overlook the small moments where I already am. A kind message. A listening ear. A patient response. A caring heart. These things carry more power than you understand. The world needs more love. The world needs more compassion. The world needs people who refuse to let pain make them cold. Be that person. Allow what you have overcome to create tenderness, not bitterness. Allow your lessons to create wisdom, not fear. Allow your journey to create hope, not walls. You were not created only to survive. You were created to grow. You were created to shine. You were created to carry goodness into places where people have forgotten what hope feels like. So today, stand with confidence. Not confidence that comes from everything being perfect, but confidence that comes from knowing you are not alone. There will still be challenges. There will still be unknown roads. There will still be moments that require patience. But there will also be grace. There will also be strength. There will also be guidance. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep choosing love. The future is not something you need to fear. It is a place where I am already present. If these words are bringing hope back into your heart today, type "My new beginning starts now" as a declaration that yesterday will not control tomorrow. Let your heart hear those words and remember that you are stepping forward with faith. Continue listening until the end, because there are still important words I want to speak about your purpose, your peace, and the blessings that grow from trusting the journey. Do not stop here. Do not return to fear. Do not give up on the person you are becoming. Your story continues. Your heart is healing. Your path is unfolding, and I am still guiding you forward. Now listen closely, because I want to speak to the part of your heart that has been quietly asking for reassurance. You have wondered if the steps you are taking truly matter. You have wondered if the small choices you make every day are creating anything meaningful. You have wondered if the love you give, the patience you show, and the faith you hold on to are really seen. And today, I want you to know this. Nothing done with a sincere heart is wasted. Not one act of kindness disappears. Not one moment of patience is forgotten. Not one prayer spoken in faith is ignored. I see the things people overlook. I see the sacrifices that never receive applause. I see the moments when you choose what is right, even when doing the opposite would be easier. Your quiet faithfulness matters more than you understand. My child, the world often celebrates what is loud, visible, and impressive. But I look deeper. I see the heart behind the action. I see the love behind the sacrifice. I see the courage behind the smile. You may think some moments are small, but small moments can carry eternal meaning. A simple word of encouragement can bring hope back to someone who almost lost it. A small act of kindness can remind someone they are not alone. A moment of forgiveness can change the direction of a relationship. Never underestimate what can happen through a willing heart. You do not need a perfect life to make a difference. You do not need a perfect past to carry purpose. You do not need everyone's approval to walk the path created for you. You only need to continue choosing love, faith, and truth. There have been times when you wanted to stop caring because caring brought pain. There have been times when you wanted to close your heart because people disappointed you. There have been times when you wondered if kindness was worth it, when others did not return the same kindness to you. But do not allow the actions of others to change the beauty placed inside your heart. Do not allow disappointment to turn compassion into bitterness. Do not allow temporary pain to remove permanent goodness. Your ability to love is a gift. Protect it. Your ability to forgive is strength. Continue using it. Your ability to bring peace into difficult places is valuable. Do not hide it. The world has enough anger. The world has enough division. The world has enough people reacting from pain. Be someone who carries healing. Be someone who speaks hope. Be someone whose presence reminds others that goodness still exists. Not because it is always easy, but because you know who is guiding your heart. Today I want you to look carefully at what you are carrying. Are you carrying things that bring life? Or are you carrying things that slowly drain your spirit? Some burdens have been on your shoulders for so long that you started believing they belonged there. But they do not. You do not have to carry resentment forever. You do not have to carry shame forever. You do not have to carry fear forever. Release what is keeping your heart trapped. Release the old words that hurt you. Release the moments where people misunderstood you. Release the need to prove your worth to everyone around you. Your worth was already established before anyone had an opinion about you. When people fail to recognize your value, it does not mean your value disappeared. A diamond does not become worthless because someone fails to see its beauty. Your value remains. Your purpose remains. Your journey continues. So walk with confidence. Not the confidence that comes from pride, but the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are deeply known and loved. There will always be voices telling you what you cannot do. There will always be reasons to doubt. There will always be obstacles on the path. But there will also always be strength available for the next step. Focus on the step, not the entire mountain. Focus on today, not every unknown tomorrow. Many people become exhausted because they try to climb mountains that only exist in their imagination. They fight problems that have not happened. They carry fears that may never arrive. Come back to this moment, this breath, this day, this opportunity. There is grace here. There is strength here. There is purpose here. Do what you can with what you have today. Love someone today. Encourage someone today. Make one better choice today. Small steps, taken with faith, create powerful changes over time. Do not despise slow progress. A sunrise happens gradually, but it still changes the entire sky. Your growth may feel slow, but it is still creating something beautiful. Continue. Keep becoming. Keep learning. Keep allowing your heart to grow. One day you will look back and see that even the seasons you questioned were shaping something important. You will see how patience was built. You will see how wisdom was formed. You will see how your heart became stronger. Until then, trust. Trust when you understand. Trust when you do not. Trust when the path is clear. Trust when you only see the next step, because the next step is enough. You do not need to hold the entire future today. You only need to walk faithfully in this moment. And as you walk, remember to protect your peace. Not every argument needs your response. Not every criticism needs your attention. Not every negative thought deserves your agreement. Choose what you allow inside your heart. Choose what you allow to shape your mind. Choose what you allow to influence your spirit. Peace is valuable. Guard it. Hope is valuable. Protect it. Faith is valuable. Continue feeding it. There will be moments when life tests your patience. There will be moments when things do not happen according to your plan. But a changed plan does not mean a destroyed future. Sometimes a different road leads to something greater than what you first imagined. Stay open. Stay humble. Stay willing to grow. There is still more ahead. There are still lessons to learn. There are still blessings to recognize. There are still people whose lives will be touched because you continued forward. Your story is connected to more people than you realize. The strength you develop today may become the encouragement someone else needs tomorrow. The wisdom you gain through this season may become guidance for another person later. Your life matters beyond what you can currently see. So, keep shining. Keep loving. Keep walking. If these words are reminding your heart that your life has meaning, type, "My purpose remains," as a declaration that nothing you experienced has removed what was placed inside you. Let these words strengthen your faith and remind you that every step forward matters. Continue watching until the end, because there are still deeper words of restoration, peace, and encouragement waiting for you. You are still growing. You are still becoming. You are still moving toward everything prepared for your journey. Do not lose heart. Do not stop believing. I am still with you. Now listen carefully, because I want to speak to the part of your soul that has been waiting for renewal. There are moments when you feel like you have been giving so much of yourself that there is almost nothing left. You have poured out love. You have poured out patience. You have poured out energy. You have carried responsibilities, cared for others, and kept moving forward, even when your own heart needed rest. And sometimes you quietly wondered, when will my strength return? I saw those moments. I saw the exhaustion you tried to hide. I saw the times when you encouraged others while your own heart needed encouragement. I saw when you continued showing kindness, even though you were carrying silent pain. Nothing about your journey has been unnoticed. Every act of love mattered. Every sacrifice mattered. Every moment you chose faith mattered. My child, I never asked you to run until your soul became empty. I never asked you to carry everything without resting. I never asked you to prove your value by how much weight you could hold. Your worth is not measured by how much you accomplish. Your worth is not measured by how many people approve of you. Your worth is not measured by how perfectly you handle every situation. You are loved because you are mine. Before you achieved anything, I loved you. Before anyone recognized your gifts, I saw them. Before anyone understood your heart, I already knew it completely. So stop chasing acceptance from places that cannot give your soul what it truly needs. People may appreciate you one day and misunderstand you the next. Circumstances may rise and fall. Success may come and go, but my love remains steady. Rest in that truth. Allow your heart to breathe again. You have been holding tension for so long that peace almost feels unfamiliar. You've been preparing for problems for so long that calm moments feel strange. But today I am teaching your soul to rest. Release the fear that something bad is always about to happen. Release the belief that you must always be worried in order to be responsible. Wisdom prepares. Fear panics. Wisdom takes action. Fear steals peace. Learn the difference. Walk with wisdom, but do not let fear lead your life. I have given you a mind that can experience peace. I have given you a heart that can experience joy. I have given you a spirit that can rise again. Do not allow the storms you face to convince you that storms are all that remain. There is still sunshine ahead. There is still laughter ahead. There are still moments that will remind you why you kept going. Sometimes pain becomes so familiar that people become afraid to release it. They wonder who they will be without the struggle. But you were not created only to survive. You were created to live with purpose. You were created to love. You were created to grow. You were created to experience the beauty of the life placed before you. Today, open your heart again, not carelessly, not without wisdom, but with faith. Do not let one painful season decide how you see every future season. Do not let one person's actions decide how you see everyone. Do not let one disappointment convince you that hope is dangerous. Hope is a gift. Protect it. Keep it alive. Allow yourself to believe again. Allow yourself to dream again. Allow yourself to take steps toward what is good. There are things inside you that still need to be expressed. There are gifts you have not fully used. There are ideas you have not acted on. There are acts of kindness you have not given. There are people waiting for the encouragement that only your journey can provide. Your life still has influence. Your presence still matters. Your words still carry power. Use them carefully. Speak life. Speak encouragement. Speak truth. Because words can either build walls or open doors. Words can either create wounds or bring healing. Choose to become someone who brings light. The world does not need more voices spreading fear. The world needs voices carrying hope. The world needs people who remember compassion. The world needs hearts that refuse to become cold. Be that light. Not because everything around you is perfect, but because something inside you is connected to a greater peace. And when you feel weak, remember this. Even a small light can be seen in great darkness. Even a small seed can grow into something powerful. Even a small step can change the direction of an entire journey. Never underestimate what can happen when you continue faithfully. You may not see results immediately. You may not know who you are helping. You may not understand how your choices today are shaping tomorrow. But keep planting good seeds. Keep choosing love. Keep choosing patience. Keep choosing faith. In the right time, what was planted will grow. Do not become discouraged, because growth takes time. Beautiful things often require patience. A tree that stands for many years does not grow overnight. Deep roots must come before great branches, and I have been growing roots inside you, roots of strength, roots of wisdom, roots of humility, roots of trust, so when life becomes difficult, you will not fall easily. You will stand, not because you never face storms, but because your foundation is strong. Today, I want you to celebrate how far you have come. You often focus on how far you still need to go. But look back. Look at what you survived. Look at what you learned. Look at the ways your heart has changed. You are not the same person you were before. You have grown. You have endured. You have become stronger. Honor that growth. Continue forward with gratitude. If these words are bringing renewal into your heart today, type "My strength is returning" as a declaration that you are receiving new courage for the journey ahead. Let your heart remember that tired seasons do not last forever, and new strength can rise again. Stay with this message until the end, because there are still words of peace, restoration, and purpose that I want your heart to receive. Before we continue, I want to thank you for being part of this ministry of hope and faith. Every message here is created with love, prayer, and dedication to encourage hearts around the world. If these words have helped you, brought comfort to your spirit, or reminded you that you are not alone, and if you feel happy with this message, you can support this ministry through the link given below. Your kindness helps these messages continue reaching people who may be searching for hope during difficult moments. Thank you for standing with this mission and helping spread encouragement, faith, and love. Now continue listening, because what I speak next is for the part of you that is ready to step into deeper peace and stronger faith. Now listen closely, because I want to speak to the part of your heart that has been quietly searching for a reason to keep believing. There are moments when you look around and wonder why some things take so long. You wonder why certain prayers require patience. You wonder why some changes happen slowly. You wonder why the path is not always as clear as you hoped it would be. But today, I want you to understand something important. The waiting season is not an empty season. The quiet season is not a forgotten season. The hidden season is not a meaningless season. Some of the greatest things I create begin in places where no one else can see. Before a tree rises high, its roots grow deep. Before a harvest appears, the seed spends time beneath the ground. Before a new chapter begins, preparation happens in silence. My child, I know waiting can feel difficult. I know you have looked at other people's lives and wondered why their doors seem to open faster. I know you have questioned if you are behind, but you are not behind. You are on a journey that was created uniquely for you. Someone else's timing is not the measurement for your life. Someone else's path is not the standard for your purpose. Stop comparing what I am building inside you with what you see happening around someone else. You only see the outside of their story. You do not see their private struggles. You do not see their hidden battles. You do not see the lessons they had to learn. Focus on the path in front of you. Focus on the growth happening within you. Focus on becoming the person you were created to become. There is a reason why some things require time. Quick growth without strong roots cannot survive strong storms. I care not only about where you are going. I care about who you become on the way there. The destination matters, but transformation matters too. Your character matters. Your heart matters. Your faith matters. Do not rush the process that is shaping something valuable inside you. The lessons you are learning today will help you carry what comes tomorrow. The patience you are building today will protect what comes tomorrow. The wisdom you are gaining today will guide what comes tomorrow. Nothing is wasted. Every season can teach you. Every challenge can strengthen you. Every experience can become part of a greater purpose. But you must stop fighting the season you are in. Learn from it. Grow through it. Allow it to shape you without allowing it to break you. There is a difference between being challenged and being defeated. You may face challenges, but you are not defeated. You may have questions, but you are not abandoned. You may feel tired, but you are not without strength. Look back at your life. Remember every moment you thought you would never overcome. Remember every problem that looked bigger than your ability. Remember every night when you wondered how tomorrow would come. Yet you continued. You are here. You are standing. You are breathing. That is evidence that strength has been with you all along. Do not forget your own victories. Sometimes you remember every mistake, but forget every mountain you climbed. You remember every painful word, but forget every moment you showed courage. You remember what you lost, but forget what you learned. Today, change your focus. See the growth. See the progress. See the ways your heart has become stronger. Gratitude changes what you notice. When you practice gratitude, you begin seeing blessings that were always there. You begin seeing moments of grace hidden inside ordinary days. You begin seeing that even during difficult seasons, goodness was still present. Protect that perspective, because your perspective shapes your peace. Two people can walk through the same situation and see different things. One sees only obstacles. Another sees opportunities to grow. Choose to see with faith. Choose to believe that something meaningful can come from where you are. Choose to trust that your journey still has purpose. And while you are waiting, do not stop living. Do not place your joy on hold until everything changes. Do not place your peace on hold until every problem disappears. Do not place your gratitude on hold until life looks exactly how you imagined. Receive the beauty available today. There is something good in this moment. There is something to appreciate now. There is someone to love now. There is a step to take now. Do not miss today while worrying about tomorrow. Today has purpose too. The people around you need your kindness today. Your heart needs peace today. Your soul needs hope today. So return to what matters. Spend time with love. Speak words that heal. Choose actions that bring light, because the way you live during the waiting season matters. Anyone can have faith when everything is easy, but a heart that continues trusting through uncertainty becomes deeply strong, and that strength will help you in seasons ahead. Now, I want you to release another burden. Release the need to understand why everything happened. Some answers will come with time. Some answers will become clear later, and some things you may simply need to place into my hands. Peace does not always come from having every explanation. Sometimes peace comes from trusting even without one. You do not need every missing piece today. You only need the next step. Take that step. Walk with courage. Walk with hope. Walk knowing that your story is still unfolding. Your life is not standing still. Even now, growth is happening. Even now, your heart is becoming stronger. Even now, new chapters are being prepared. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Keep your love active. Do not allow waiting to make you bitter. Allow waiting to make you wiser. Allow waiting to make you stronger. Allow waiting to teach you what truly matters. Because when the right moment arrives, you will understand why preparation was necessary. If these words are strengthening your patience today, type, "I trust the timing," as a declaration that fear and frustration will not control your heart. Let those words remind you that every season has meaning, and every step can lead toward growth. Continue watching until the end, because there are still powerful words of hope, healing, and encouragement that I want to place inside your spirit. Do not give up during the preparation. Do not lose faith during the waiting. Do not stop believing, because the journey is still unfolding. Your heart is being strengthened. Your path is being guided, and I am still walking with you. Now listen carefully, because I want to speak to the part of your heart that has been quietly fighting against fear. There are moments when fear enters your thoughts before hope has a chance to speak. There are moments when you imagine everything that could go wrong before you remember everything that has already worked out. There are moments when your mind creates storms that your life has not even entered. But today, I want you to hear me clearly. Fear does not own your future. Worry does not hold your destiny. Anxiety does not have authority over the purpose I placed inside you. You were created to walk with faith, wisdom, courage, and peace. You were not created to spend every day expecting failure. You were not created to live as a prisoner of what might happen. You were created to move forward with trust. My child, look back at your life for a moment. How many things did you fear that never happened? How many situations looked impossible but eventually changed? How many times did you believe you had reached the end, only to discover there was still a way forward? You have already seen evidence that fear does not always tell the truth. Fear shows you the mountain. Faith reminds you that mountains can be climbed. Fear shows you the storm. Faith reminds you that storms pass. Fear shows you the closed door. Faith reminds you that new doors can open. So today, choose which voice you will follow. The loudest voice is not always the truest voice. Fear often screams. Wisdom often whispers. Learn to become still enough to recognize the difference. Protect the doorway of your mind. Not every thought deserves to stay. Not every worry deserves your energy. Not every negative possibility deserves your imagination. Your mind is a place where seeds grow. If you constantly plant fear, fear will grow. If you constantly plant faith, peace will grow. So begin planting differently. Plant thoughts of gratitude. Plant thoughts of hope. Plant thoughts that remind you of truth. When your mind says, I cannot handle this, answer with faith. When your mind says, nothing will change, answer with hope. When your mind says, I am alone, remember that you have never taken a single step without me seeing you. I know the road you are walking. I know the questions you carry. I know the concerns hidden deep inside your heart. Nothing surprises me. Nothing is too complicated for me. Nothing is beyond my reach. So stop carrying every possible tomorrow inside today. Today has its own journey. Today has its own lessons. Today has its own blessings. Do not miss what is in front of you because fear keeps pulling your attention toward what is uncertain. Look around. There is still beauty here. There is still love here. There is still something to be thankful for here. Gratitude brings your heart back into the present. Fear pulls you into a future that has not arrived. Choose gratitude. Choose presence. Choose peace. There is a strength that comes when you stop fighting battles that were never yours to fight. There is a freedom that comes when you release the need to control every outcome. There is a rest that comes when you remember that you are held. You have spent so much energy trying to protect yourself from every possible disappointment. But a heart that is always preparing for pain forgets how to receive joy. Open your heart again. Allow yourself to laugh. Allow yourself to hope. Allow yourself to believe that good things can still happen. Do not let the pain of yesterday convince you that tomorrow cannot carry beauty. New chapters are possible. New growth is possible. New peace is possible. But you must stop living as though the past is the only evidence for the future. What happened before taught you. It shaped you. It gave you wisdom, but it does not control everything ahead. Walk forward with what you learned. Do not walk forward carrying the chains. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to become stronger. Sometimes you do not recognize your own growth because you are with yourself every day. But I see it. I see how you respond differently now. I see how you pause before reacting. I see how you choose understanding instead of judgment. I see how you continue loving after difficult experiences. That is growth. That is strength. That is transformation. Honor the progress happening inside you. Do not wait until you reach perfection before appreciating the journey. You are becoming, and becoming takes time. Be patient with yourself. The same patience you offer others, offer it to your own heart. The same kindness you give others, give it to yourself. The same encouragement you speak over others, speak it over your own life. Your words matter. The words you speak when nobody is listening matter. The thoughts you repeat when nobody's around matter. Speak life. Speak hope. Speak faith, because your heart is listening. Today I want you to release the fear of not being enough. You have spent too much time comparing yourself. You have looked at other people's journeys and questioned your own. But I did not create you to become someone else. I created you with your own gifts, your own lessons, your own purpose, your own path. Walk it faithfully. Someone else's success does not remove your opportunity. Someone else's blessing does not reduce what is available for your journey. Celebrate others while continuing your own path. There is room for your growth. There is room for your purpose. There is room for what is inside you. Keep going. The world needs the kindness you carry. The world needs the lessons you learned. The world needs the light that has grown through your experiences. Do not hide because you are afraid. Shine with humility. Love with courage. Walk with faith. If these words are helping you release fear today, type faith over fear as a declaration that your heart is choosing trust instead of worry. Let those words remind you that fear may speak, but it does not have to lead. Continue watching until the end, because there are still words of restoration, strength, and hope that I want to speak over your life. Your journey is not controlled by fear. Your future is not empty. Your purpose is not finished. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting. Keep believing. I am still guiding your steps. Now listen closely, because I want to speak to the part of your heart that has been quietly asking, will everything truly be okay? You have walked through moments when the future looked uncertain. You have looked ahead and wondered how things would come together. You have tried to connect every piece, solve every problem, and prepare for every possible outcome. But sometimes, while trying to protect yourself from tomorrow, you lost the peace available to you today. So hear me now. You do not have to understand every step before you take the next one. You do not have to see the entire picture before you trust the artist who is creating it. You do not have to carry every question in your heart until you become too tired to move. Release it. Breathe. Return to peace. My child, there are things you have been carrying that were never meant to become your burden. You carried the opinions of others. You carried the fear of disappointing people. You carried the pressure of trying to become everything for everyone. But you were never created to live only for approval. You were created to walk in purpose. There will always be someone who does not understand your journey. There will always be someone who questions your decisions. There will always be someone who sees only a small piece of your story and thinks they know the whole picture. Do not allow every outside voice to become the leader of your heart. Listen for truth. Listen for wisdom. Listen for the quiet guidance that brings peace. Because sometimes the loudest voices around you are not the voices meant to guide you. Protect what I have placed inside you. Protect your faith. Protect your peace. Protect the kindness that remains in your heart. The world will give you many reasons to become bitter. Choose love anyway. People may give you reasons to close your heart. Choose wisdom, but do not lose compassion. Life may give you reasons to expect disappointment. Choose hope anyway. This is how your light grows stronger. Not because you never face darkness, but because darkness never becomes stronger than the light within you. Remember this. A candle does not need the darkness to disappear before it shines. It shines because darkness exists. In the same way, do not wait for every problem to disappear before you live with faith. Shine where you are. Love where you are. Grow where you are. There is purpose in this moment. Not only someday, not only when everything changes, not only when every prayer has an answer. Right here, right now, your life has meaning. There are people who need your kindness today. There are people who need your encouragement today. There are people who need the wisdom you gained from the things you overcame. Do not underestimate your influence. You may never know how one simple act of love changed someone's direction. You may never know how one encouraging word helped someone keep going. You may never know how your faith inspired someone watching quietly. But I see it. I see the seeds you plant. I see the love you give. I see the goodness you choose. Continue. Do not stop doing what is right just because results take time. A farmer does not plant the seed today and become angry that a tree is not standing tomorrow. He understands. Growth requires patience. Learn to see your own journey with that same understanding. You are growing. Your family is growing. Your faith is growing. Your wisdom is growing. Even if everything feels slow, something meaningful is happening. Trust the small steps. Trust the quiet progress. Trust the lessons forming inside you. There will come a moment when you look back and realize that the season you wanted to rush through was actually preparing something important inside your heart. You will understand why patience mattered. You will understand why certain lessons were necessary. You will understand why some roads changed direction. Until then, continue walking, continue believing, continue choosing peace. Now I want to speak about the dreams you almost abandoned. The dreams you stopped talking about because you thought too much time had passed. The dreams you placed away because disappointment made hope feel risky. I know those dreams. I know the desires hidden in your heart. I know the things you have never told anyone because you were afraid they would not understand. Do not allow fear to bury what faith is trying to grow. Take the next step, even a small one. Every great journey begins with movement. You do not need to know how everything will happen. You only need the courage to begin. When the path opens, walk. When wisdom comes, listen. When opportunities arrive, use them with gratitude. And when waiting is required, wait with faith instead of fear. Your waiting season can still be a growing season. Your quiet season can still be a meaningful season. Your hidden season can still be preparing something beautiful. Do not give up simply because something takes longer than expected. Some of the strongest things require the deepest preparation. And while you wait, become the person who can carry what is ahead. Become more loving, become more patient, become more understanding, become more grateful. Because the greatest transformation is not only what happens around you, it is what happens within you. Today, choose to release comparison. Someone else's journey is not proof that yours is failing. Someone else's success is not evidence that you are forgotten. Someone else's timing is not your timeline. Walk your path, honor your growth, celebrate the progress that belongs to you. You are not behind, you are becoming. You are not forgotten, you are growing. You are not empty. There is still purpose inside you. Stand with confidence, not because you know every answer, but because you know you are guided. Not because life is perfect, but because peace can exist even in imperfect moments. Not because you never feel weak, but because strength continues to rise within you. If these words are reminding you to trust the journey today, type, "I trust the path," as a declaration that your heart will continue walking with faith. Let these words remind you that the road ahead is not something to fear. Continue listening until the end, because there are still words of hope, restoration, and encouragement waiting for your heart. Your story is still unfolding. Your purpose is still alive. Your steps are still guided, and I am still walking beside you. Now listen carefully, because I want to speak to the deepest place inside your heart, the place where you keep the prayers no one else knows about, the place where you keep the hopes that feel too personal to share, the place where you keep the questions you ask in silence. I know that place. I know every thought that passes through your mind. I know every dream you still carry. I know every tear you tried to hide. And today I want you to remember something important. You have never been invisible to me. Not during your strongest moments. Not during your weakest moments. Not during the seasons when you felt close. Not during the seasons when you wondered if you had lost your way. My love did not disappear because life became difficult. My presence did not leave because your emotions changed. My hand was still guiding you through every valley. My child, sometimes you believed that difficult seasons meant you were forgotten. But some of the most important growth happened during those seasons. The roots of a tree do not grow in the sunlight where everyone can admire them. They grow in hidden places. They grow beneath the surface. They grow where no one is watching, and that is where some of your greatest strength was formed. In the private battles, in the quiet prayers, in the moments when you chose faith while still having questions. You were growing. You were becoming. You were learning how to stand. Do not regret every hard road you walked. Some roads taught you wisdom. Some roads revealed strength. Some roads showed you what truly matters. There were things you once thought you needed that you now understand were not right for your journey. There were doors you cried over that later became reasons for gratitude. There were moments that looked like endings but became turning points. Your understanding grows with time. So do not judge your entire story by one unfinished chapter. Keep turning the pages. Keep believing. Keep allowing your heart to heal. There is still more ahead. There is still more to learn. There is still more love to give. There is still more purpose to discover. Today, I want you to release the pressure of trying to become perfect. You have been so patient with others, but sometimes so harsh with yourself. You forgive people you love. You encourage people who are struggling. You remind others that they can begin again. Now receive those same words. You can begin again. You can grow. You can heal. You can move forward. Do not keep yourself trapped in a place where I have already opened a door. Walk through it. Step into peace. Step into freedom. Step into the understanding that your life is still valuable. Your mistakes became lessons. Your challenges created strength. Your waiting created patience. Your pain created compassion. Nothing is wasted when placed into my hands. Now look at your heart. Look at how many times you continued loving even after being hurt. Look at how many times you continued hoping even after disappointment. Look at how many times you continued trying even after things did not work the first time. That matters. Your perseverance matters. Your faithfulness matters. Your willingness to keep moving matters. Do not let the world convince you that only big achievements have value. Some of the greatest victories happen quietly. Choosing peace instead of anger is a victory. Choosing forgiveness instead of bitterness is a victory. Choosing faith instead of fear is a victory. Choosing kindness when nobody notices is a victory. I see those victories. I see the person you are becoming. And I want you to continue. Do not allow the final steps of a difficult season to convince you to stop walking. Many people give up close to the moment when change begins. They become tired because the road has been long. They forget how far they have already traveled. But today, I remind you, look behind you. Look at every mountain you crossed. Look at every storm you survived. Look at every moment when you thought you could not continue, but you did. There is evidence of strength all over your story. So why believe fear now? Why believe the voice that says nothing will change? Why believe the thought that says your journey has no meaning? You have already overcome so much. Keep going. There are still lives that will be touched through you. There are still moments where your kindness will matter. There are still opportunities for your gifts to bring light. Never think you are too small to make a difference. A small flame can guide someone through darkness. A small word can restore someone's hope. A small act of love can become a memory someone carries forever. What you do matters. How you love matters. How you live matters. So choose carefully. Choose the path that brings peace. Choose the words that bring healing. Choose the actions that reflect the goodness inside your heart. Do not allow anger to control your response. Do not allow disappointment to steal your kindness. Do not allow fear to silence your faith. You were created to bring light, and light does not lose its purpose because darkness exists. Light exists because darkness needs it. Shine where you are. Grow where you are. Love where you are. Today is not meaningless. This moment is not accidental. There is something valuable you can do with the life you have been given. Take care of your heart. Protect your peace. Surround your mind with what brings hope, because what enters your heart affects what flows from your life. If you fill your mind with fear, fear will speak. If you fill your heart with gratitude, gratitude will grow. Choose what you allow to take root inside you. Now, breathe deeply. Release the worries you carried into this moment. Release the fear about things you cannot control. Release the pressure of needing every answer immediately. You are allowed to trust. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to believe that the story is still unfolding. There are pages ahead you have not read yet. There are moments ahead you have not experienced yet. There are reasons ahead that will remind you why you continued. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Keep walking forward. If these words are strengthening your spirit today, type "I will keep believing" as a declaration that your faith is stronger than your fear. Let those words remind your heart that every step you take with hope has meaning. Continue until the very end, because there is still one final message of encouragement, peace, and restoration that I want to place inside your soul. Do not leave before receiving it. Your journey is precious. Your life has meaning. Your heart is still healing. Your purpose is still growing. And I am still with you every step of the way. Now listen carefully until the very end, because these final words are for the deepest part of your heart, the place where hope, faith, and every silent prayer have been waiting. Through every moment of this journey, I have been reminding you of something your soul needed to remember. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Even when the road became difficult, even when the nights felt long, even when the answers did not arrive the way you expected, even when your heart whispered, "Does anyone truly see what I am going through?" I saw you. I saw the battles nobody knew about. I saw the strength it took to keep moving. I saw every moment when you wanted to stop but chose to continue. I saw the tears that never reached another person's eyes. I heard the prayers that were too quiet for anyone else to hear. Nothing about your journey has been forgotten. My child, there were times when you believed the difficult seasons were only taking something away from you. But look closer. They were also teaching you. They were shaping wisdom. They were creating patience. They were showing you what truly matters. They were revealing strength that had been hidden inside you all along. The storms did not come to write the ending of your story. The storms became chapters where you discovered how strong your foundation really was. A tree does not discover the depth of its roots on a calm day. It discovers them when the winds come. And you discovered that there was more inside you than you realized. More courage, more faith, more endurance, more love. So stop looking at yourself as someone who barely survived. Begin seeing yourself as someone who has grown. You are not the same person who entered those battles. You learned, you changed, you became stronger, and now you carry wisdom that can help others. There are people who will need the encouragement that came from your experience. There are people who will need the kindness that was created through your healing. There are people who will need the light that remained inside you even after dark seasons. Never underestimate the power of a heart that refuses to give up. Now I want you to release one final thing. Release the fear that you are running out of time. Release the belief that you missed every opportunity. Release the thought that your best moments are behind you. Your life is not measured only by yesterday. Your purpose is not limited by what already happened. As long as there is breath within you, there is still meaning. There is still room to grow. There is still room to love. There is still room to become. Every morning is a reminder that a new page can begin. Do not carry old chapters into places where they no longer belong. Take the lessons, take the wisdom, take the growth, but leave the weight behind. You cannot fully embrace what is ahead while your hands are holding everything from behind. Open your hands, open your heart. Step forward. There are still moments of joy waiting for you. There are still conversations that will bring healing. There are still opportunities to show kindness. There are still people whose lives will be touched because you continued. You may not see the full impact of your life right now, but every act of love creates something. Every word of encouragement plants something. Every moment of faith builds something. Nothing good is wasted. Remember this when you feel small. A single candle can change a dark room. A single seed can become a forest. A single moment of kindness can remain in someone's heart forever. So continue choosing goodness. Continue choosing patience. Continue choosing forgiveness. Continue choosing faith. The world may not always understand your heart. People may not always appreciate your efforts. But do not allow the lack of recognition to stop you from doing what is right. Your character is built in the moments when nobody is watching. Your heart is shaped through the choices nobody applauds. And I see them all. I see the love you give. I see the times you hold back anger and choose peace. I see the moments you help without expecting anything in return. I see the quiet ways you bring light into the world. Continue. Your journey matters. Your presence matters. Your story matters. Now think about everything you have overcome. The moments you thought would defeat you. The situations that seemed impossible. The seasons when you did not know what would happen next. You are still here. You are still standing. You are still growing. Let that remind you that you can continue. Do not allow one difficult day to erase years of strength. Do not allow one disappointment to erase every reason for hope. Do not allow one closed door to convince you that every door is closed. Life changes. Seasons change. Circumstances change. But the love guiding you remains. Walk forward with a peaceful heart. Not because you know everything, but because you trust the one who does. Walk forward with courage. Not because you never feel afraid, but because fear no longer controls your steps. Walk forward with love. Not because everyone deserves your kindness, but because kindness reflects the beauty inside you. Today, choose to live differently. Wake up with gratitude. Speak with purpose. Listen with compassion. Forgive with freedom. Love with sincerity. Do not wait for a perfect life before you become the person you were created to be. Become that person now, right here, in this season, with what you have. Small steps of faith can create a beautiful journey. And when you become tired, remember this moment. Remember these words. Remember that you are held. You are guided. You are loved. You are never forgotten. If this message has touched your heart, and you believe that your journey is still filled with purpose, type, Amen, I believe, as a declaration of your faith. Let those words remind you that hope is still alive and your story is still being written. Thank you for staying until the end of this message. Your time, your faith, and your willingness to listen show that your heart is seeking something deeper. Continue carrying these words into your daily life. Do not only hear encouragement, live it. Practice patience, practice kindness, practice gratitude, practice faith. And before we finish, I want to thank every person who supports this ministry. Every message created here is made with love, prayer, and a desire to bring comfort, strength, and hope to hearts around the world. If these words have blessed your life, brought peace to your heart, or helped you feel closer to God, and if you feel happy with this message, you can support this ministry through the link given below. Your kindness helps these messages continue reaching people who are searching for encouragement, healing, and hope. Thank you for your love, your support, and for being part of this mission. Now go forward with peace. Carry faith into your home. Carry love into your relationships. Carry hope into every place you enter. Do not forget who walks with you. Do not forget how far you have come. Do not forget that your life still carries purpose. The road continues. The story continues. And I am still with you. Always.